Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in my grounded game, WoW difficulty. What am I even going to do today? I just had a boss fight last time. And, got some story beats out of the way, and got some new things. I got almost all the Black Ox beetle parts that I need to make the Black Ox hammer, which will allow me to get other resources, which will help me get other stuff. Maybe can get some significant upgrades and stuff like that. I was also considering, um, I don't know, building up the base properly and having, like, grass walls and floors and all that stuff. I mean, maybe not grass. At this point, I've leveled up enough to get a base building materials, other base building materials. I don't know. It's just the thing is, I've built up my existing base is just a bunch of little structures sprawled all over the place. And it's a really inconvenient place. I mean, I don't know. Like, if I was going to build a base, I think I'd want to have one flat surface that I put everything on. And my current base is in a valley, which makes it really awkward. I don't know. It's always, the animation always chugs right this to start. And then, chugs more. And then it gets a little better usually, I hope. Now I have Black Ox Horn in my inventory. I believe that's the thing that is the less common drop, like there are Black Ox parts in the Black Ox Horn. I was considering testing this duplication effect on the Black Ox Horn before putting the regular Black Ox part in. Well, maybe before I do that, I should check out what else can I build with that. Oh hey, the embiggening cocktail, updated toenail, really? Okay. A somewhat grotesque, yet admittedly strong and sharp shard of a toenail clipping. Okay. Doesn't say where to find it. Okay. Green shield bug parts. Unidentified piece of the green shield bug. I have not seen that. I don't know.
Where did I leave that?
I don't know where to find that. Yeah, I need to figure out where to get pinecone pieces too. I need to.
Do it your way.
I need to.
You can do it the Roby's way. Put your cares away and have an exponentially great day.
Thanks, Virgil. I need to keep an eye out for pine trees, I think. Yeah, because Black Ox parts. What are those used in? So the crossbow, the various armor parts, the hammer. Anyway, yeah, let's give this a whirl. Duplicate. Duplicate Black Ox for 1,000 raw science. Yes. Duplicating. Now you have two of them. And can I just freely do that again? Well, not freely, I mean processing limit. RS 1000. So is it 1,000 raw science each time? Okay. I mean, if that's how it works, like if I as long as I have like the kind of thing where this thing's really struggling today. It's the kind of thing where as long as I have the raw science, I can just keep duplicating items, then cool. Alright. I think I'm going to just did I set the respawn point here? Yeah. Do I have anything to cook? I do. Might as well cook them all up. I hear heavy footsteps. I think that's a wolf spider, isn't it? Oh, hello. Should I try taking on the infected wolf spider? And if I was going to do that, it might be good to at least have some source of fresh damage, because I believe isn't he vulnerable to fresh? Infected wolf spider. Weak to fresh, slashing, and spicy. I have the, or do I? Oh yeah, I do. I have the hot shot charm that does spicy damage. Yeah, could work. Wonder if I can, where'd he go? Wonder if I can get it in a cheesing position or something.
Taking a look.
When did these things start growing here? The crossbow jammed. Just I was firing. There's a regular wolf spider and an infected one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Duh! Is that a good place to be standing, probably? Can I, shoot, which one? I was just trying to get the sharpshooter ready. Just in case. Where are you? I hear him moving around, and I don't see him. That's disconcerting. Is he above me? He's above me, isn't he? There you are. Move! Wow, okay. That's a fair bit of damage. Well, anyway. I was just curious, I guess. What time is it? 4:40 p.m. Okay. Oh, should probably refill that water meter. Take advantage of the water cooler here. Yeah. So yeah, like just the positioning of my base as it is in that it just makes it the whole thing awkward. Might just leave it as is. I don't know. I was watching someone else play. I was just like another Twitch streamer who was playing this game for the first time. Giant Chipro, and he had his base set up like on one of these flat stones here. I was like, gosh darn it, I wish I'd done that. I'm gonna avoid you. Oh yeah, I should probably. Here I'm heading over to the zipline anchor, and I didn't even collect my body yet. Oops. Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could pick up my stuff and move over here. Like it's just if wherever I set up my base, I would want to have room to spread out and build stuff. And okay, do if I can. Let's just go straight to the body.
I hope all
Yoink.
my things are still here.
Yeah, really I should just zip on home and then zip back again. So I can, bring the Black Ox part here, and why is there a trail marker here? Which one's this? Oh, it's labeled spider. This is where the spider cave is. Um, oh. Oh, wait, really? Did I just miss this? How many times have I passed by here? I didn't know that was there. I thought I, like, have gotten all of these things. What can is this? I should check inside the can too, just in case. Anyway, this is a terrible idea. Why am I doing this? Great. Why don't I have the shield out? Damn it! Why didn't I have the shield out? I had the shield out before. I never put it away. I didn't... That was weird. Okay, whatever. I mean, if I push 6, it puts the shield away, and then he tries to block with the sword instead of blocking with the shield. But I didn't do that, so go figure. Anyway, where'd my body go? There it is. I hear the little grubs digging. And it's kind of funny, you know, watching yeah, watching Giant Triple play and stuff that I take for granted now, like the grubs, the grub hides. I remember right at the beginning of the game saying, "Oh, look, all these things take grub hides," and I took some time to figure out where I get those, and somehow I fell in the water with it. Gosh darn it! Okay.
Mom always says I light up a room.
It's funny you get later in the game and the stuff you take for granted. He's back in the same position of like grub hides. Where do I get grub hides? And you know, I just kind of have to bite my tongue because he is, you know, like me, someone who tries to avoid spoilers and you know wants to learn things on his own. Yada yada yada. extra spider chunks. Won't go astray. So there's.
Help! I'm stuck!
Yeah, there's a zipline anchor up there. I really should have marked it. I mean, I didn't mark it at the time I made it because it's down below, and so therefore it's not the one that.
Salt.
Is the one that I wouldn't have expected to need to mark. 27. Oops. Sort of figure while I'm here, I might as well pick up a few acorns, I suppose. If there are any around here. I mean, inventory is like mostly empty, so like I might as well figure. I say that right after acknowledging that, oh yeah, I should really mark that that zipline, shouldn't I? Where? Oh yeah, the oven. Clay, ever charcoal chunk, and 4 boiling glands. I need to find out how many boiling glands I have. Set to this thing again as well. Alright. Let's just zip on back home. Pick up the Black Ox part, zip here again, duplicate it. Probably duplicate it a couple times, just so I have a spare one. And then zip back again, back home again, so that I can make the hammer, Black Ox hammer, and then go around bashing all the things that can be bashed with the level 3 hammer. I see you. I'm trying to avoid you. Oh shoot, that was not my best move. What's this? Oh, he blew up the rock into pebblets. Okay, this is not where I wanted to be. Did not mean to fall down here, and now I can't see, and which is the way out. Well, darn. Thought there was a. I was gonna say I thought there was like a ramp of sorts you could climb up here. Wait, the ladybug might have blown it up. Or maybe it's this one here. Never mind. All is well. Excuse me? I pushed forward to pull the crossbow and didn't pull up the crossbow. Did I push 5 by mistake? And they can put the torch away, I guess? Okay, just on principle set the respawn point here so that deposit all the things. These are about to spoil. I see it now. But yeah, it's watching him also helped me appreciate like how do I put this? Is there anything I have an overabundance of? Not especially. Maybe this is enough for pear glue for now. But yeah, it helped me appreciate, or at least consider, uh, when you're watching someone less experienced play, it is a little tough to restrain the urge to like give advice and stuff. Um, Even though I know he's the sort of person who wants to figure it out on his own. Um, I don't know. It makes it. It's I don't know. It's difficult. I find it difficult to gauge what's the best way to handle that subject. You may recall I was sort of hemming hawing about it earlier in the previous stream. Like I don't want to just shut down discussion out of hand. It feels rude, I guess. I need two more boiling glands. I guess I can get one out of the cookery. I need to go. I need to go smack around some bombardier beetles, I guess. Okay. Or I can duplicate them. That's because that's an option. That's a thing now. Is it Burgo Quest? Complete trail marker at Toad Swamp. What? Toad Swamp. I don't know. I had the objective to find the other marker and sat there forever and never got it. So maybe I've been keeping these ones here because they give like 4,000 experience each or raw science each, and I also have I figure I'm going to get them eventually. I don't know. I mean, maybe I should have banned them so I can get other quests, like smaller quests I can get more quickly, more readily. I don't know, I don't know. Hmm. Evil knows. Anyway, right. Let's go duplicate this ox part, I guess. Which one's the ox part? It'll just be easier than I'm losing it. Where is this thing? It must be one of the other chests, or am I looking for the wrong thing? I swear I would have put it in here. Okay, those are bombardier beetle parts. Like these are roly-poly parts. There's the black ox horn. Like, I don't have it in my main inventory, right? I mean, if I did, that would mean that this is a wasted trip. Like, I do have them here somewhere, right? I have 4 of them, I thought. Like, where the heck did I put them? There they are. Choice of location, I guess. Okay, so yeah, let's duplicate these twice. That's the plan. And then I make the hammer, which is Black Ox hammer. Here it is. Yeah, because I've got all the things except I'm missing one Black Ox part. I'm going to duplicate it twice because I want to have an extra in case I decide to duplicate it again later, I guess. Let's just keep these things coming. Just grab this guy just because.
Disturb the mites and they'll bite.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just I guess what it is like I recognize the people who are making that sort of comment are like they're generally like they're trying to be helpful. I'm not, I don't want to be rude and shut down discussion out of hand, you know. But as a general rule, I would like to be able to just figure things out on my own. And
Those mites are no match for the mite of small Pete.
with the caveat that I mean if it's the case of that there's just some dumb design decision, and there are a lot of dumb design decisions in this. I don't.
This is moderately terrifying.
I don't mind it being pointed out that yeah, actually you can do you know, XYZ thing that there was no way for you to know that you could do. But you know, again, where to draw the line with that? Like if it's something like there's plenty that again I would prefer to just figure out on my own. Like I haven't exhausted all my leads yet. I haven't exhausted all the ways I can go, the places I can go, not by a long shot. So like I'm not really at a point where I'm looking to viewers to you know, give hints and, you know, make suggestions of where to go or what to do or whatever. Frig. Uh-oh. Stamina refresh. I was waiting for the 4th hit, it didn't come. Oh, you just double teamed me here. Where are you?
Just pretend it's beef jerky.
Like, I couldn't find him and he stopped lunging. I figured, well, best to eat the ones that are going to spoil first. Like, if I eat them from the hot bar here, I know he's going to prioritize the wrong ones, because that's what he does. Yeah, anyway, I was watching I was watching uh, uh, Giant Chipperl's stream, and just kind of biting my tongue because like I'm not sure. Like now I'm not sure which things are, you know, say, quote unquote, safe for me to suggest to him, or whatever. Like, I was biting my tongue because, like, he didn't realize there was a repair button here that's there on, like, all items, and he made a, you know, someone pointed out, you know, you can repair your stuff. He made a very sarcastic and irritated response to that. Cost duplicate 700. Oh, okay. So the oh, I see now. Okay, firmware processing limit 1000. Okay, so perhaps later I can duplicate these, but I need to get I need to get a second chip or something. Huh, interesting. Okay.
Processing. Processing.
Cool.
Now where did I leave that?
Okay. All right. I suppose there any new quests here? It's just the same one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Um, wow, it's really struggling, and I just heard the hard drive whirring up there. What is this thing doing? I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah, I went through Mercury Grave through a tube that sprites would bring a light, and it didn't see anything there that which looked like a key. Taking the key to his murky grave through a tube that's dark so bring a light. Mazes in a mountain high manager's treasure is sealed so tight. Okay, that part is clear enough. He's taken the key to his murky grave through a tube that's dark so bring a light. Okay, like that. It's part of the clue I'm not sure about. What about, and this one here? I think I just need to get into the termite's den. Maybe I'll see about that today. It's not my imagination, is it? Is it like the like processor like struggling more than usual today? I mean, I say that, but there is a fair bit of variability in how much it struggles. I suppose I have to acknowledge that. It generally struggles. Oh well. Anyway, let's cook this guy up. Head on home. And I should be able to make the Black Ox hammer, and then I'll be able to get a whole bunch of things, I think. Yoink. Could also potentially maybe have build a platform that goes across here from here to that zipline anchor, so I have easier access. Just froze. It just just as I was jumping. Really? Really? Check, check. Is this thing on? Like the whole game froze. Like, and it wasn't like the animation was continuing in the background while it was frozen. It's just it's wild. Okay. Did he hit me there? And is health is slowly taking down. I think he is taking burning damage from the Excuse me? Died by misadventure? What? What? It didn't say, like, killed by wolf spider. It said died by misadventure. What the hell was that? Is misadventure some kind of catch-all term or something? That was weird. Why don't I have my shield out? Just go melee him. It worked before. Stamina? Oh, there we go. Hey. More sap? Why not? Yeah, where's the rest of my... Didn't I? Yeah, there it is. Rest of my stuff. Yoink.
I left you. I'm flying!
So anyway, yeah, as I was saying before, like, I recognize it does make things awkward and difficult, potentially, if someone is struggling with something it you know, seems easy for you. You want to point out an easier way of doing things or whatever. It's yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, it's hard to draw a line. There are definitely people who very clearly, go way too far, like abundantly clearly. Um, and then there are others who it is just they're just straddling this fine line that is making me go, okay, this is uh, make me feel uncomfortably like I need to tell you to back off, but I don't want to. I don't want to seem rude or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a whole spectrum. You know, some people.
Better than starving, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some people. Is anything about to spoil? This is about to spoil. Let's eat that. Yeah, I don't know. Some people like are talking about things that are coming up later, like including endgame stuff, and I'm
Nice and clean.
like why would you do that? Just no, like no, bad. Uh, and some people are again seemingly meaning well who trying to give me hints about where to find the key or whatever. I'm like, no, I don't want to know that. It's a puzzle, and I want to figure out the puzzle. Okay, Black Ox Hammer, go! All right, time to retire the insect hammer. So we can put this guy to use. All right, so first thing, I'm gonna go over to the. That's 220 centimeters. That's 220 centimeters. They're both like equidistant here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cook up the weevils first, I guess. And yeah, like there isn't space to build a platform and stuff. Like unless I make it like an elevated, and then I'd have to. I guess I'd have to reposition, replace everything here. And then I'd have to put ramps going up to it, or staircases or something. This is just. It's just overall like. Don't like the idea of building the base here. Like putting it by the water's edge where there's that big flat surface. That seemed like a really good place to put it. I don't know. Anyway, let's go board with a nail in it. That's the first. That's the first place I found the rust resource. Those the rusty nails in the board. 25, 23, 24, 25. And there's also a rusty bit in the rake where I have my main zipline hub. Let's come back to that as well. This was my main location to go to collect grubs at one time. Pretty far from needing them now. Alright, here we go. Woo, rust. Got 3 of them. I needed 6 for the thing. Rust bust. Just 1 from that one? Yeah, I'm gonna drop 3. Put a zipline anchor here at one time, it seems. Well, that explains some things. I mean, there was like when I tried to was trying to set up my zipline network, it kept pointing at one where I couldn't figure out like what's it pointing at. I guess it was this one. Okay, well, we got lots of rust. And is that what I think it is? I don't remember seeing these splinters here before. Were these here all along? Did I just miss them somehow? Can this... is this in range of anything? Connection block, connection block, connection block, connection blocked, connection blocked. Yeah, this is not high enough to connect to anything, basically. Yeah. Might as well disassemble this thing, really, I guess. No! OBS disconnected? Gosh darn it, I thought I fixed this. Oh gosh darn everything. It's attempting to reconnect, attempting to reconnect. Reconnection successful? Okay, it says it's back again. I thought I resolved this. I mean, yesterday I streamed 5 hours, no problem. After updating OBS. I thought that updating OBS fixed this issue. Like the 2 streams before that, it crashed like 14 times and 20 times respectively. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I can just E to copy. Yeah, let's just recycle this and just. Put that clay to use somewhere else. I don't know what to do with these. I can just carry these back and drop them in my in the weed stem holder pallet, whatever you call it. I did go into this cave once before, a while back. Here's my wolf spider mat is still here. Excuse me?
Look at that ant go.
Oh, friendly fire. Wow, did she just fall from 2 hits? Anyway.
By the power of Helion, champion of the sun.
Like, I'm sure I went down here before, but it's been a while. I think I like cleared this out. Maybe not. Oh. I really didn't, okay. Only takes 2 hits to... That's neat. Okay, here goes. Really? Would you? They're here to avenge their daddy here or something? Or mommy? Okay, I just want to go into the inventory to make sure he doesn't eat the stupid one first.
Holding raw science in my hands. What does it even mean?
I have a feeling all the eggs hatched at once as soon as the wolf spider was down. Anyway, huh. Another milk miller? That's cool. Another thing I noticed is when Giant Triple was playing is that periodically got messages saying things like uh, the like the ants are annoyed with you, or the ants are aware of you, or the spiders are annoyed with you or aware of you. I don't remember getting those messages in early game. I wonder if that's a result of the update. Getting a weird hollow mirrors effect going on here or something. I'm able to see through walls. It doesn't seem right. Whatever. Anyway, I think that now is everything there's to be had in there. Increases damage dealt against wolf spiders. It also gives the option mark foe. Weird. Anyway, I don't think I need this anymore. I'd rather get the parts like the spider fang back. Anyway, right. Let's head home, drop these off, and I'll go figure out what else I can do. Yeah, I can. It seems like I can dispatch wolf spiders. I mean, I'm not going to say effortlessly, but certainly compared to the beginning of the game, effortlessly. Maybe we should try taking on the ladybug again. It's been a while since I tried taking one of those on. Don't think there's anything left I want to get from ladybug parts, but you know, it's the principle of the thing. You know, just because I can.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Keep these coming. Cool, let's analyze my rust. Uncommon. No new recipes deciphered, but I got some. Hey, I got a level up. Very nice. That gets me Tiger Mosquito Rapier? What? Moth Wrap? Wait, I haven't encountered moths before. There's still More things to be found, I guess. Okay. Any new quests? Complete treatment. Oh, it's just a toad swarm thing again. Um. Hmm. Moth scale, moth fuzz. Stylish head wrap made from moth parts. Light armor, ranged cut. What does ranged cut mean? What does ranged cut mean? I don't know what these things do. It's a level 3 or tier 3 thing. It's made from moth parts. Moth fuzz, pupa leather, lint rope. I need to get more pupae. Pond moth. I think I need to go back to the pond and see if I can find moss. I found plenty of algae. Moss is apparently a separate resource. Tier 3 item, tiger mosquito reaper. Tiger mosquito beak? Wait, what? Is there a different kind of mosquito that I have not seen? Rapier fashioned out of an even deadlier mosquito? Never really made use of the mosquito needle. I don't know, maybe I should have. I mean, it's a stabbing weapon. How does it compare to the bone trident? Where's the bone trident on here? Where is the bone trident on here? There it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, the bone trident does slightly more damage. It doesn't have the life steal effect, but yeah, it also has a greater stun chance. Same speed. Yeah. Plus, I've got this thing fully upgraded too, so. Huh. Okay. Well, ooh, this is about to spoil.
Chewy, but not bad.
Just eat it out of principle. How is it evening already? It was just the start of the next day, not too long ago. Okay. Anyway, all right, crafting. What needs rust again? Black Ox crossbow is one of the things. Oh yeah, I need a pinecone piece. Entry for the rust. Bring rusty spear. I can make a rusty spear. Oh hey, I have all the parts I need for that. Infection. How does it compare to bone trident? It does a lot more damage. Doesn't have the stun chance. Okay, yeah, well, let's give it a whirl. Rusty spear crafted. Apparently, like the bone trident is listed as an underwater item. Does that mean the rusty spear can't be used underwater? That looks menacing. Okay, yeah, well, I mean, I'll try it out. There's something oh yeah, I wanted to, I was thinking of repairing this. I've got a lot of silk rope, I'll just repair it. Okay, let's toss these in here and let's make use of those quartzite. and then stack them wherever they stack. There you go. Right. All right. Okay. So where do I want to go next? The enhanced durability of the antline stuff is pretty nice. Okay. Now that I have the tier 3 hammer, I'm just trying to think all the other places I want to go or should go. I'm just thinking. Just bring these so I can repair the sword and shield. I think I want a backup torch. Oh yeah, and I saw him do something. Are you able to craft this from hot craft ingredients? Is that I can do that, and then I can just. I guess I have to just click this on in here again, and then that way I don't have to cycle through these. Yeah, that's neat.
Let there be light.
And I'm going to ready it so I can unready it and put this thing on just so that it doesn't ready the wrong one.
Nice and clean.
Okay, anyway. So yeah, I think I want to go over to the sandbox because I remember there being like one of the tier 3 breakable things there. I mean, there were a few locations that I found those. The Supreme Quartzite and the Supreme Marble. I'm stuck. Grab the feed my fuzz? Sure, why not? I got momentarily stuck on something. I'm not sure. Whatever. Anyway, just keep moving. I don't care about you guys. Let's just keep moving. There's a little thing. No, don't. Don't. Just don't. just generally don't. I'm just reminded of there was this. I don't want to be facing you when I'm so close to my zipline anchors. Do I dare try to take out the rust thing that I saw here when the... Yeah, because there is a little bustable thing that, you know what, I'll come back to deal with it later maybe when the ladybug is gone.
This is moderately terrifying!
Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say, I reminded of, there was it was like captioned images of Star Wars thing, like Star Wars prequel trilogy thing. And like Obi-Wan's giving everyone instructions, he's handing out written instructions, and then Anakin says, "Mine just says Anakin no," and Obi-Wan says, "Yes, apply that to all situations you find yourself in." I just thought it was funny. It's just a leaf. Anyway, one of these tunnels, it was the one that's closest to my lean-to over here. Oh, tree sap, sure. Might as well reset respawn point. Anyway, who's over here, right? You know, it wouldn't hurt to make an antlion mount around here. I mean, it's a logical place to put an antlion mount. Like, this is the only place in the whole map where you find them, so obviously it makes sense to put one here. Ooh, that was close. Which one is the... Oh, I guess I only have the two left. They're both... These are both equally old, or both equally new, depending on your perspective. What was that? You didn't do your usual telegraphing of... Excuse me? That's not... The granola bar looked like it healed more. I'm hearing raw science sounds very close by. Yeesh, that startled me. I can't see in telegraph, so I have to use audio cues. You jerk. He's doing reduced damage because of the because the Blade Master effect is still. Anyway, where was I? Supreme Quartzite. Here we go. First quartzite victim of my my new hammer. Woohoo! Wait, there were brittle quartzite shards in there? There were brittle ones and supreme ones and sturdy ones. Okay, so we got a bit of each. Okay. And one more arrow. And one more arrow. Wait, again, hearing raw science. It's very close. It's that raw science sound effect. Like, where am I in relation to... and in relation to anything? Sandbox Lab Outpost. That's where the entrance of the thing is. Like, I explored under... Like, maybe I can mark this and... Location obstructed, location obstructed. Just question mark. And while I'm in the neighborhood, how about that outpost? Wasn't it, was it here? Yeah, it was this one. Um, somebody did make a comment. I mean, you
Don't
know,
even need to boil it.
despite my comments that trying to avoid this comments, someone said I should look at this thing again. I mean, I already did look at it. There's a picture of a key, yeah. So it seems reasonable to consider that this is pointing out where the key might be. Okay. I mean, the I don't know, murky grave. Could that refer to the water in the moat? I don't know. Like there's an indication of a shovel. I mean, I did consider that. That's why the last time I was here, I was looking all around the plastic shovel, wondering if there was something I was missing there, something. I mean, I don't know. Am I able to just? I don't think I'm able to just dig in random places. Like if this is a map layout or something, like this indicates that the chest is in the moat, which I already know about. Like fair enough. I didn't see a tube as dark so bring a light kind of deal down there. Um, what's the R stand for? Is that an R? Burgle, Wendell. Uh, like what could this mean? I don't know. Like, does it indicate a place to dig down? Like what, at the center of this sandbox? Like what is circular here? Like what is circular in the sandbox? I don't know. I don't know. That's not an invitation to offer more hints, by the way. This is obviously a puzzle I'm intended to figure out, if that is even what it is. Quite frankly, I can't really be sure. Um, he played an audio cue like he's going to attack and he didn't attack. So. He's done that a few times. It's confusing me. I mean, I am close to the center of the sandbox. Like, I don't know. Am I supposed to dig for stuff? It's a 9-volt battery, which I guess is charging the base. Like there is like that. See, like this shovel here. This is what I was looking at. This little plastic toy shovel. Like if this was supposed to be an indicator of something, then I'm not clear on what. doing this during the night might not be the best. And this is the hot cha-cha candy, which is stuck in the ground, and
No water filtration tablets needed.
what happens when the charcoal canteen's durability reaches 0? I'm curious about that. Getting more antline bits doesn't hurt, although I don't. Yeah, you know what? I probably shouldn't be taking on 2 of these at once. Let's just get the heck out of here. Where are the other holes that have the other your little antline pits? Hmm. I'd rather be exploring this during the day when I can see. Maybe I'll just go check out the. Check out this thing. Can I use this thing underwater? I can. Okay, so I can retire the trident then. The only reason I was hanging on to the trident is because I wasn't sure if this could be used underwater. So can I get further up into that? Okay. Yeah, around here. Around here underwater. Is where I found the treasure chest, which I didn't know how to open. There it is. Melted moat key. don't see any other ways to go. Like I don't see any like dark tubes. I'm not sure what other dark tube it could have been referring to. This is me just double checking if I didn't miss anything down here. Again, it would be better if I was doing this during the day. Is that the wolf spider I'm hearing? I just went all the way around. I don't think there's anything of note here. I feel like I should be able to collect cacti or cactus bits. Like surely the crap. Like surely the cactus product can be used for stuff. For that matter, the aloe. Surely I can use the aloe for something. I mean, aloe has like, I was gonna say healing properties. Here it has some healthful properties in real life. Like surely I can do something with that. Oops, 26. Might as well keep those keep a full stack of everything. Well, all the basic things. Oh. Could this be a tube? Through a tube that's dark, so bring a light. This doesn't seem particularly dark, but it's a tube. I mean, it's the hose. I just don't seem to be able to go up in that. What else can I do? Where else can I go? And the answer is like tons of places. I'm just not sure what's the right place to go. Go take out the wolf spider. Are they fighting? Maybe not. I just walked back right into the... Thought maybe I could get the wolf spider to fight with the ant lions. You just go to sleep in here. Excuse me? There's no question, I definitely was not that low on health.
This area is too hot for me. I thought I lost you.
Oh, anyway, this is probably a waste of my time fighting all these ant lions. Thing I was curious about, well, I mean, there are a few things I was curious about. One was the fact that I was able to hear raw science sound coming from over here, which suggests that there's an area that I can get to that I'm not aware of. I'm trying to think, how could I get there? Is there a branch in the ant tunnels that I missed, I wasn't aware of? Or is there maybe another one of these things? Like, I found 3 of them, right? 3 of those little antlion funnels? For lack of a better term, I don't know that there's probably a real world term for them. And that's the thing. That's what antlions do. They dig themselves into little funnels like that, and then eat any ants that are unfortunate enough to fall down there. Hello. Can't even click. Did the motion like the arrow, the crossbow jammed, but then there was an arrow sitting there, so. Oh, please. Leave me alone. Just keep circle strafing. That strategy seems to work pretty well. You'll get your turn soon enough. Okay, your turn. Excuse me? Okay, it's about time that I repair these things. I brought the parts specifically for repairing them. Just anticipate that's going to be a thing I would need to do.
My mom always says I light up a room.
Cookie sandwich bits. Now, is this one of the ones that I explored before, or is this a different one? Like I said, there are at least 3 of them. And I sort of lost track. So let's drink some more water.
Don't even need to boil it.
I don't remember this. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Let's check this out. Why the heck didn't I make an antlion mount here? Like, this is a totally sensible thing to do. It would make this... can make such short work of these guys. Or comparatively shorter work anyway, I guess. Stamina because of the food meter. Maybe I should eat that cookie sandwich bit.
Oh. Worse than my mom's Brussels sprouts.
Okay, this does start to feel familiar now. Maybe I did come through here. I don't know. I'm doubting myself. This is feeling more extensive than feeling more extensive than anything I remember, though. Lots of salt down here. More Supreme Marble. Or no, the other one is. I think the other one is Supreme Quartzite. Quartzite. This isn't more Supreme Marble. This is maybe the first Supreme Marble, actually. Yeah, this is a lot more extensive than what we found before. And you know, considering the abundance of salt that I'm finding here, I'm a little annoyed that I didn't find this sooner, because the assistant manager boss is weak to salt attacks, so like this could have been useful against him. Like, there's such a huge abundance of it. It's like I could have been firing salt arrows at him for days. Where am I in relation to... Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I'm right next to the little question marker that I put there, so... This is indeed the one that I was hearing. So that's neat.
I'm holding raw science in my hands. What does it even mean? Nice and clean.
What is this? Okay, that's gonna be stamina, I guess. It's right because it's halved. Anyway, so it's the way out.
It's burning.
Where is this? Did these merge? Because that's... I'm so confused. Where's my... Oh no, it's over here. Okay. They're so close together, I got them confused. Okay. And if I go through here, it looks like it comes out somewhere else, though. Let me just double check this. Like I can run right past this. Oh, there's another salt cluster there. That's a dead end. So this comes out here. This is where I came in. It's the arrows. And that's over here. There's one. Are there like 4 around, like the compass points around surrounding the lab outpost? Kind of deal? Axe. Where's my axe? So it's just fungal growth bits I got, right? Oh, forget. Apparently I threw my axe. I don't know how I pushed that button by mistake. It's right control to hug. I don't know how I pushed that button by mistake. Can you destroy these things? So they... Oh, so they no longer... Once they're destroyed, they no longer explode again? Okay, that would have been good to know sooner. Huh. I thought that there were 2 different things, the explodey ones and the non-explodey ones. And like the non-explodey ones are the choppable ones. Yeah, whatever, anyway. Getting thirsty awfully quickly. I'm like burning through water surprisingly quickly. Am I gonna eat the granola bar for this? Feels like a waste of a granola bar, quite frankly. roly-poly breastplate. So this was left by someone. Hold on. Like if this follows the pattern, like whenever I found pre-made things out in the field like this that can be analyzed. Glorious breastplate crafted in the impenetrable shell for roly-poly, a bit crusty, so not at its full power. In other occasions when I found things like this, I was also able to find like accompanied by like dead miniaturized human bodies, which provided like notes and stuff, and lore, and information about the people I found and stuff. Anyway, let's just get back to let's just get over to my lean-to here. So that when I respawn, I did set my respawn point there, right? You jackass. Don't smash my... You asshole, you smashed everything! For that you're gonna suffer. And then die. Well, actually you're not actually gonna suffer more than anyone else, quite frankly. But yeah, I had a lean-to, a roasting pit, a marker, and a weed stock pallet there. Everything! Like everything! He smashed all of it! What an asshole! Like... there were... Inventory full. God damn it! Okay, well... First off, let's... rebuild the lean-to, I guess. Set respawn point. Roasting spit is good to have here too. Got nothing to cook, right? Yeah. And trail marker. What did I have this was before? Was it the ant symbol, I guess? What else fell down here? Just sprig. That's obnoxious. There's crude rope here. What was the crude rope for? I think the crude rope was for the pallet, right? Stem pallet. Yeah. It takes 4 rope. I mean, there's no point in rebuilding it because I don't have any weed stems to put on it anyway. Anyway, I'm kind of wondering, as I said, like, is there seems to be an entry point here, here, and here. I wonder if there's like a fourth entry point, like the four compass points around the base entrance or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a thought. Hello. Wow, I'm thirsty again already. I've already drank all 6 of the waters from the charcoal canteen. Maybe I should have that feather charm thing, which reduces this damage. What is the ant doing? Just casually going down into the antline's jaws. It's wild. Even as he's like hurling her sisters up there. Huh. Did these respawn? I've been reluctant to put the candy shards to use because I was under the impression that there's like a limited number in the game. But if these respawn and they're like, you know, infinite of them, then you know maybe that's.
I could use something to drink.
Okay, yeah, so not quite 4 compass points around this thing. Yeah, the water's all gone. Aside from, oh yeah, I guess I can refill the canteen from the dirty water in the mode, I suppose. More supreme marble. Probably get over to the moat for that purpose then. Wait, is this a juice box? Maybe there's a juice drop here to be had? No? Oh, yes? I was hoping to finish scouring this place for any more of those things before the daylight was all gone. Here's another plastic shovel. This just lets me get up here. Which reminds me, I should probably try taking on that sickly roly-poly. I mean, I took on the well roly-polies. Okay, I mean, I cheesed them, but surely the sickly one will be easier to deal with. Mind you, it's in different circumstances, so I don't know. Yeah, you can see the durability going down each time I fill it. So what happens when it breaks?
We had a good run.
Gear broken. No, don't drink. Why would you do that? So now when I drink from it, is it... He still drinks from it. Okay, whatever. None effect is done equipment. There we go. Okay, let's just head back and sleep. Or maybe we can just sleep here, for that matter. Although I do think I need to get out of danger before the game will let me sleep. Okay, get away from these guys. What time is it? It's only like 8:57 in the evening. Yes, let's just sleep till morning. There you go. Oh?
All right, here they are.
Hmm.
All tucked in with the outfits and backpacks they were snatched in. As requested, they're strapped and synced with scabbies for whatever they might run into down there.
As requested.
You do realize the director will have our heads if he finds out we're removing company property?
Can you sleep at night with what this company's doing? We need to do something.
Is Dr. Tully even alive? The field team reported him missing months ago. You are prolonging the inevitable.
Wendell, wherever he is the only hope for these kids. I'll make the delivery to his yard discreetly. No one is even going to know.
Yeah.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
The vision is complete. We now know the origin of the briefcase and how Tiny Pete came to be. Things are sort of, maybe just a little bit, making some sense. And knowledge is a beacon in the dark, brave traveler.
Yeah, I mean, kind of figured, like after the last dream sequence when, you know, Schmechter said, he said he wanted the subjects terminated, and the lady scientist said, this isn't what I signed on for. I got the feeling that she was going to go against his orders and, you know, let the kids live. And that's, and you know, she This, yeah. That's where it just was. Is there anything in this? So I got the Supreme thingy there. Just looking around for. There's one more of these. Okay, there's something I can drop. Hey, 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 hey!
Better than starving, I think.
Okay, now. You jerk. There's an ant attacking me. What's stopping me? Ah! All of a sudden, like I'm walking, like I'm walking along, and all of a sudden I'm not. Okay, so there's one more of those things. Those antline funnels, apparently.
Don't burn your feet, Pete.
Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so she didn't want to kill the kids, but she couldn't exactly, like, hide them. Maybe she didn't fully want to be responsible for looking after them after stealing them away from the office. In any case, oh, the backpack's down there? Ugh. That's obnoxious. What the F? I was like sidestepping, same as I've been doing all along, and all of a sudden it didn't work. I realized how badly damaged my armor is. It's about to break. What? Get the damn shield out. Oh, are you stuck? Maybe I'll exploit that. Just occurred to me, if my armor does break, I think that means I lose my sizzle protection. In which case, I'm going to start taking a heck of a lot of extra damage. Almost there. Can I grab my stuff, please? Thank you.
Left.
I should probably go into mutations and swap that for fresh defense. I don't think it actually activated. I double clicked it and it didn't register the double click because that's just what this game does. for some reason. There you go. What do you know? I double clicked and it actually did a thing that time. Inventory full. Antlion. Oh, really? Do we even have room for the antlion parts? Don't really need to be carrying crude rope around. Make more if I need it. So this is an area I haven't been before, I believe. I think I haven't been here before anyway. Inventory is full. Okay. Is there anything in my inventory that I should be dropping? Okay, you know, let's get rid of the sap. Just pump it all into bandages. There you go. Yeah, don't think there's anything else to be found.
It's burning.
I only came over here because I wanted to inspect this green bucket again. Just confirm there's nothing else of interest here. Yeah, I think I've pretty well covered this area, explored it and stuff. I need to get back and drop off all this stuff. Let's get back to the zip line, and let's get back home. Repair up my armor. Drop off all this junk. All the stuff that needs to be done. This one? Hope we got the right one. There are two lines going off of that. Where does the other one go? 2 hours into the stream. Strictly speaking, I probably shouldn't let the stream go on too long, because it's very late at night. It's after 3 a.m. right now, to be honest. Shit. So it works in reverse too. Yeah, just my sleep schedule just continues to get worse and worse with time. Just how it goes, I guess.
something to drink. Look at that ant go. Don't even need to boil it.
There you go. Alright, let's drop all this stuff off. Ten antlion pincers? Wow. What quests have we got here? Kill 10 aphids? That's easy peasy. I mean, as long as I find them. Which actually isn't guaranteed now that I think about it. Okay, I can increase my max active mutations if I want to. I do believe I said I wanted to increase healing though. That's proving to be a bit of an issue since the update. Don't make me choose. I don't know. I'm going for the healing. I'll upgrade the max active mutations next. Oh yeah, and let's analyze this thing. What information does this give me, I wonder? It says analyzed. So I guess it would be under the crafting, and I think it'll show up here, right? That's how it. This is where it's shown up in previous ones when I found the other ones. Yeah. Razor sharp scale of a moth. Our moth scales razor sharp. Okay. Strangely delicious moss found at the bottom of a pond. Oh, okay. A rad-looking nugget useful for one thing, upgrading weapons more tubular than the cool ones. More boss. Okay. Where is it? There it is. I don't know. Doesn't show up here? Sticky sloth? Did they find that recipe and stuff? Yeah, like the rotten red ant clip and the rotten stinger spear and the rotten beaching. Like, these are things I found suggest they've been here quite some time. Okay, well, it's the same. It's the same message each time, I guess. I thought that the roly-poly suit was going to give the same message. Deadliest of beaks can be crafted with the sharpest of rapiers. I'm not seeing it. How strange. How strange. Like all the other ones I found, all the other ones are here. Crusty roly-poly breastplate. I just noticed that these are in alphabetical order, so if it was here, oh no, maybe not in alphabetical. Okay, for a second there, I thought maybe it was because then I noticed that all the rotten ones were together, and then followed by S for sticky sloth. And like, oh no, not in alphabetical order. Actually, never mind. Hey, you. Okay. Got some stuff to click up. So that's cool. More weevil noses. Why can't you grind up the weevil noses into the glue masher? Oh well, let's repair these things. Now that I've done that, it just occurs to me, you know what? I can upgrade these things to hold on. Supreme plating. Bet I can make that now. Or not? I mean, I have these Supreme thingamajigs. Yeah, Supreme Marble Shard. Maybe I haven't leveled up enough for that. Oh well. Equip, consume, drop, actions close. And I have to click on actions to find the repair option. Okay. See, it only needs one. I can afford that, I suppose. So getting clean water, it also reduces the durability. Yeah, I don't know. I might switch back to the old one. Seriously though, yeah, I can only make the brittle and sturdy ones, it looks like. Oh well, let's just do standard repair, I guess. Repair glue. Repair glue. and make the things that I can. Yeah. Sturdy more. Oh. Didn't finish. There you go. Anything else that needs to be deposited? Guess I can toss these in here. And this in here. All these salt chunks and these things too. divide these up enough. Not quite. There's probably some stuff I could restack properly so that it get more space. Right, yeah, there you go. Probably just generally need another one of these things. Did say I wanted to retire this guy, didn't I? Anyway, let's see. Oh, it's 5:20. Yeah. We're into the next day already. I just finished cooking up the roasts, so I'm like, well, shoot, maybe I should have slept first and then cooked them up.
No water filtration tablets needed.
Where to next? I mean, anywhere I go, I have to deal with it being dark, annoyingly. Okay, well, let's think. Is there somewhere, I don't know, indoors that I could go to explore? So the the light level doesn't matter. Is it explore underwater again? Oh yeah, there's a trip there. Oh no, wait, that's the one that's locked up and I don't know how to unlock it. And there's also that other locked door which I also couldn't figure out how to unlock. What's with this stony pathway here? And what's this second isolated pond here? Did I go up here? I think. Right, I set I set a zipline anchor up here, but I didn't actually fully explore this area. And over by the Java-matic up here, there was a breakable thing. Oh, you know what? Termite lair. That's where I would want to go. That's indoors. Figure out how to get in there. Which so far I haven't actually. Oh yeah, and I want to figure where the where might I find pinecone pieces? And to that end, I wanted to I just want to get a good vantage point and look for a pine tree. I mean, it's possible that I've seen the pine tree a gazillion times before, and I just wasn't paying attention. There's two different things. There you go. Okay. kind of wonder if it's worth taking a look in this,
Let there be light.
taking a look in this cave again. I mean, now that I have these upgraded, abilities I didn't have before. Yeah, because last time I was here, I wasn't able to break this. I've had the ability to break it for a while, so I guess I really haven't been down here in a while. Oh well. Why? There's an electric light there. Is there anything else down here? Just hear digging sounds. Probably a larva. Yeah, I'll check it out. Larva or grub, one or the other. Well, arguably. Aren't grubs just another kind of larva? Where'd you go? Don't really need any of this. I heard you. Heard you again. Or maybe I'm hearing the torch makes the fire crackling sound of the torch sounds vaguely like the burrowing sound, or it's similar enough that it keeps throwing me. Oh, there's my very brief underground adventure.
Don't even need to boil it. Choke it down, Pete.
Could that be an aphid for my quest I just heard? That's aphid number 1. I just heard a ladybug a second ago. Could this be an okay time to maybe try for a ladybug kill just for the heck of it? Yeah. My inventory's... Okay, let's make another one of these. It's good enough for me. This should really be packed in the same chest, all things considered. But I'm not that well organized. Did I just... Oh. Raw grub meat unanalyzed? Is that a new thing? I've got plenty of grub meat before. Stuffed grub and grub man? Oh, okay. I think that's a new thing in this version, because I've got grub meat plenty of times. Didn't have the option of analyzing it. Pretty sure. Glad I spot that before I cooked it. Okay, anyway. One of these is going to have a stack of brat burst bombs in it. I have no idea which one. There it is. Just cook them all up. Okay.
Nice and clean.
So, if I'm going up against the termites, I need to refresh memory. Okay, weak to stabbing weapons. And I have a new stabbing weapon to show them. Should probably still bring along bits for repairing. Nice slashing weapon just in case. One of these. One of these. And all of these. I do have more of these, right? 101 minimum. Wait, really? I only have 4 total? Oh dear. I need more black ant parts. Well, hopefully I can find some up there. There are black ants up there, right? It'll be fine. Just slaughter a couple of random black ants, it'll all be good. I only need 2 more ant parts to have enough for repairing both the black ant sword and the shield, the black ant shield. Oh yeah, let's get this black ox thing ready. And oh yeah, I probably should have killed that aphid as part of my aphid quest. Did he climb up? Doesn't even matter if I cover the body or not, as long as I take him out. If I can cover the body, then bonus. All over the place.
My mom always says I light up a room.
Right here. There you go. cool. Alright, which one's the upper one? It's this one, right? Careful.
I'm flying!
Sure hope I grabbed the right zip line. I mean, it seemed to be the one that was pointing the highest. Therefore, this is the one with that on that upper level where all the black ants and the lint and the dust mites are, right? At 1:01 a.m. That's fine. Before long, it'll be daylight. I mean, I was originally thinking, oh, maybe I'll go to the. Should I go to the termite thing first, or should I go to the? I feel like I brought the Bratburst bomb along, presumably in case I go decide to go deal with that thing. But since it's nighttime, I guess I might as well see if I can find the termite entrance first. I mean, I ran into a thing which I thought was the entrance to the termite mound, or termite colony, termite nest, or whatever you want to call it. Let's put me two up here. Set respawn point. Yeah, like I found what I thought was, shoot, what was it? Oh yeah, I wanted to check the, double check. Oh, I can't see, yeah, they're weak to stabbing, that's what I thought. Yeah, it had to be a soldier ant I hit first. Up to 5 black ant parts. Darn it, I need one more. Poison. That poison effect doesn't seem to be doing much damage. Whoops. Come on. Okay. That's all the black ant parts that I needed for purposes. Just bandage that up, and let's put in slot 7, I guess. Either one that's most close to being spoiled, please. Okay, this is fine. I could collect some lint while I'm here, but... Well, I'll take a peek at the mat. Like, are the dust mites asleep? Like, maybe this is a... Maybe this is a good time to collect it when they're like, you know, catch them unawares kind of thing. Yeah, they do seem to be awake, so maybe not. Here's an idea. Any easy to grab lint here? Really? None? Okay, whatever, let's get out of here. It was an idea. It didn't pan out. Let's just go. Is that a rust source? That's just an ordinary non-rusty nail. What's this? Is that a petal of the flower? Yeah. Did anyone just run away? They were gonna find her. Run? Okay, just get out of here. Really shouldn't be fighting these. I only needed to get one or two of them so that I could get the amp parts that I need for repairs if necessary. Okay, so Burgle chip is way up here. No, I marked tunnel here. What's this? What did I mark here? Like I put a mark there. Surely that means there's some kind of entry point or something. Don't remember. I do recall. I think. What did it must be down below. Is this where I found the those twinkling scales or whatever you call them? Hmm. Okay, maybe this is time for where's Daredevil? Which one's Daredevil? Darn it. Of course, superhero landing. This superhero landing image. Back where I came. I think. Jumping down from up here is probably better. So I can land on the grass. Or I can just miss everything completely and just hit the hard ground. Great. Whatever.
Don't even need to boil it.
Whatever works or whatever doesn't work. As the case may be, I guess. Anyway. So yes, that's the thing that I marked, and it's locked. Let's take a look around. Starting to get some daylight. Got a generous collection of healing sources. Ooh, Supreme Marble. Just out of curiosity, what's needed to repair this thing? Rust and dust mite fuzz. Okay.
Hungry termite looking for a wood burger.
I raised the shield in time. I blocked that. I swear I did. Oh well. Anyway. So there's like a ramp going up here that leads to an opening. And and that sort of made me think, oh, maybe that's the opening to the termites colony. Stuck on something. I'm like actually stuck. I can't move. Shh. Okay. That's weird. Okay, so this isn't the entrance I went in before.
A scientific breakthrough.
So maybe I'll find something here. Pardon me. Maybe I should be seeing about making termite armor, maybe in the hopes that they'll leave me alone. This is terribly foolhardy, I'm sure. Okay, so I just hang to the left, or hung a left? Whoop. Yeah, if I wanted to make termite armor, like how many termite bits do I need for that? Rope. Termite king carapace? Okay. I found termite kings. I don't see a termite helmet option here. There's firehand, roly poly place antlines for. Maybe I need to find the termite king carapace in order to for it to show up here. I don't know. Okay, well, I went left. Found my way here. Ah, darn it. I was really hoping to not attract the attention of more than one at a time. Which one did... Frig, screw this. Just get moving. Is this where I want to be? And the answer is obviously. How did I miss that? Termite silver. lots of stuff here. Splinters. Okay, so I don't have the means of making the termite armor, so I don't know. I'm going deeper and deeper in. This is probably like a terrible, terrible idea. Mushroom chunk? Oh, okay. Eat those about to expire. Oh, these ones are even closer to expiring. Eat these ones first, obviously. What the hell? Hold still. Jerk. Mushroom chunks.
Nice and clean.
Don't think I need to be. Oh, hello. Hammer. Where's that? It will never cease to bug me that it reorganizes my inventory. Anyway. Hope I can remember the path I took to get here. You know, if things go wrong and I need to recover my body in here. There we go. Termite soldier. Maybe get something better from this. I don't want. I blocked that. Get him. Termite chompers. I can't see anything. Can I just move? Just move. Just get out of here. I think that was a dead end anyway. All I got out of that was termite chompers, not king carapace. Do I have to go somewhere else for that? Is there another termite enemy that I have yet to meet that... This thing's badly damaged, let's repair it. While I have a free moment to do so. Another termite coming. Another bazillion termites coming. Another dead end, okay. There's an acorn here? Strange place for an acorn. Okay, maybe I should be trying to get out. You know, at least I can say I successfully found termite nest. Oh, I think it's might actually be a place where I needed to be able to chop
Raw science in my hands.
the splinters to get through. You know, the requirement of chopping the splinters means I need to have the level 3 axe in order to get this far. So that's a way of, you know, restricting players from coming here too early. Hence, there's probably something valuable or maybe mission critical in this area here.
All hail the Termite King, Lord of gnashing teeth, treebane, raiser of kingdoms, fester of wood and bark.
Again, termites don't have kings. Oh, whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. Oh, great. It's a boss encounter. Oh, great, I got knocked down. Thanks. Can I get some distance and enough distance to take a look at the data? It'd be nice if it highlighted the new one so I don't have to just look through everything to find it. Are these in any kind of I can't take several seconds to look for it. I don't have 2 seconds. Like, I can't. I'm in the middle of like a really dangerous spot here. I can't take time to look through the whole list there. Mega Molar. I can't do anything about that right now. Fell prey to the Termite King. Great. Let me just hide behind the styrofoam cup for a moment. What's... oh, it's P. Where the frick is the Termite King out of all of these? What's this? Oh, Scarab, right. Which one's the Termite King? There's a worker and the soldier. Is it the Termite King? There we go. Weak to stabbing. Alright. Ruler of the termites, the mighty king inhabits the inner sanctum of the termite den, drops tough gunk, termite chompers, termite king carapace, and termite part on death. Right. So, I mean, if he was by himself, he would be... I'm sure he would be next to impossible to defeat. Seeing as he's surrounded by other workers, which are majorly complicating things, it's basically impossible to take him on. Like, what am I supposed to do here? I completely exhausted my healing source. I was saying, oh right, I've got the aphid cook up. No, it's on my frickin' body over there. So okay. There are two zip lines coming from this.
This is moderately terrifying!
I think this one goes to the closer one. Maybe I can find aphids or something around here. There's some mushrooms, maybe. You know, just some source of healing.
Worse than my mom's Brussels sprouts.
Oh, roly poly. Don't mind me just passing through. I'm gonna take one wrong step. I'm gonna run to a spot with
No water filtration tablets needed.
ladybird larvae coming up, right? Weevils, aphids, anything? This game always does this. At least get some sap to make some bandages. I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Technically. Maybe we should go fight some mosquitoes. I mean, I'm better at taking them on now. Maybe I should, you know, get a bunch of mosquito blood sacks and make a bunch of heal basa. Is that any better? I don't know. You know, someone said, "Oh, find the mushrooms. You usually find weevils around them. Where are the weevils? Where's anything? Look at all these mushrooms here. All I see are ladybird larvae, which is like the exact opposite of what I want to find right now. Weevils, aphids, anything? I see an aphid. Just I pushed the fire button like 3 times. It didn't even do the, oh, it jammed animation. He just didn't try to fire. Until after it was too late.
Hey, Fid.
Did I get the aphid? I did, okay. I heard another aphid after I shot him. Might as well. It's here, I'm here. I don't want to go in there with no healing sources. Like, can I have... RNG, can you throw me a frickin' bone here? Anything. Weevil, aphid, grub, gnat, any of the edible insects, anything. And the answer is LOL, nope, apparently. Which is, like, basically the same answer it always gives. You know, except in occasions when I'm not pressed for time. Like coming. What the heck was that? Like coming in here, there were 4 weevils in quick succession, and it was like, is that like in a circumstance when I wasn't particularly pressed to be looking for them at the time? Now, like I need to get the body back. So
Pump the brakes, roly-poly!
okay, whatever. Well, I mean, I found 2, which is obviously not enough, but I can't, you know, like I can't spend the next hour looking for something I might not find. It's like this game is just designed to waste so much time. It's irritating. Can I just get this thing out of the way?
Watch out, roly-poly rolling in! Really wish you were a ladybug instead.
Am I just gonna have to roll with this and just try to just make do with 2 healing items? Like I went in there with like what, 6 or 7 of them, and it wasn't enough. Like going in with 2 is just laughable. It's obviously stupidly not enough. Not for what I'm attempting. I still have the Daredevil mutation active, don't I? I didn't actually deactivate it after dropping off the edge, did I? Someone's playing jacks over here. Hey, there's the ball. Yeah, basically in jacks you're supposed to, like, you got these metal things scattered all over the surface, and you're supposed to bounce the ball and pick up one of the jacks while the ball's in the air, and then catch the ball afterward. that's the general gist of the game. And yeah, just repeat until you pick them all up, basically. How to get in there again? That's the entry point, right? It's worth looking around here in the vain hope of finding another weevil or aphid. There just aren't anywhere around here. There just aren't any anywhere. And it's pissing me off. Just whatever. I can't just spend all of my time looking for them. You know, and some, like I said, like coming in here, like, there were like 4 out. Like, I encountered 4 at once before setting out on this mission, this foolhardy mission, and this is not. Frig, darn it. Give me a second, I'm just collecting stuff here. Did I go the wrong way? The answer is obviously. No, there was another entry point which... Where was it? Shoot, I'm like just totally the wrong place entirely. This is where the huh. How did I get in there before? I found the Termite King. I found my destination, my target, whatever you want to call it. Bounce web right here, but wouldn't go astray.
Hungry termite looking for a wood burger.
Pardon me. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. We don't actually want to have the axe out. Okay, so that leads to an alternate way out, or an alternate way in, maybe. Oh. Oh, hey, if I could spare 2 seconds, maybe I could, take a hammer to that thing and collect the rest. But obviously I don't have, this is a luxury of like 2 seconds. That'd be a silly thing to expect. Yoink.
I hope all my things are still here.
Move, move. Move. Oh. Grab, frickin' grab it. Holy crap, frickin' darn heck. Excuse me. Was that the quest? Was that the one that's alluded to in the quest? I can't really see anything.
Nice and clean.
I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the Termite King. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with them. I mean, okay, boss fight. Okay, sure, cool, fine. There's no room to maneuver in there, and I'm like surrounded by his minions. Like there are termite workers all over the place. Each individual termite worker is already pretty dangerous on its own. Um, I don't know. Maybe, I don't. I'm guessing I can't like build stuff here. Like if I try to just get me out of here. Move. Frickin' move. What part of move are you not understanding? There's the moo and the v. Or something. I don't know. Like, okay, he's pretty, almost like consistently like knocking me down.
Nice. I imagine it's a foot powder.
How? Unfortunately, I was still too stupid to just switch away from the Daredevil mutation. I don't know. I don't know what would be better to use in there. Charge attack with spears. What does that even mean? You're able to counter-poke enemy attacks to reflect a portion of damage back. I mean, the thing about throwing spears probably doesn't apply, but reflecting damage back at them, I might still be able to make use of that. I don't know. Anyway, I got the Burgle chip. Is that sufficient to? Okay. I still need to return the chip to Burgle in order to get the quest reward. It looks like. Obviously, I need to go back there. I need clovers. Why do I have an extra one of these? Why did I get so low in clovers? I don't know. Leave me alone. Alright, see if I can make my way back home. Return what I've got. Let's drop off this burgle chip and then
No water filtration tablets needed.
call it a day. Do it again. Rotten meat. That's the. Yeah, do some more dry grass, I think. Yep. That's going to be a ladybird larva, of course. What was that noise? Oh, not you. I really didn't want to be messing with you. There you go. Really? Okay. I thought that big shape was this big butt just sauntering away, but
Power of Helion, champion of the sun.
guess not. Jump up here? No? Have to circle all the way around. There you are. Well, I'm in the neighborhood. I can see if I can. Excuse me? Seriously? I would not have expected to see one of those guys here. He's sounding very close. Ah, shoot. Ow. Ah, I'm going for it. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck and heck? That was my opportunity there. That's his weak spot. Like, that was my only opportunity to do that. And then Pico's lol. I'm just gonna stab at the thin air in front of him, and then and then he went lol. I'm gonna turn around for no apparent reason, even though I'm in my idle state. Oh, bugging out here? So many bugs in this game. This is odd. Ow. Okay, that was unfortunate. I don't know why he's having so much trouble, but... Aw, darn it. Whatever was going wrong with this program, he sorted himself out. Darn it. Move, move. Heckin' move! What was in your way? What was in your way, Pete? There was nothing there. Just heckin' move. Like, I've already gone that exact way 3 times, and the 4th time is like, oh, there's nothing in my way, but this time I'm just gonna not go that way now. I'm just gonna stand still and act as if there's something blocking my way. Yeah, this game's just continuing to make me irritable. I mean, I did say, like, my intention was just to head back and end the stream.
Burn your feet, Pete.
Yoink. Great. Don't tell me. Really?
I'm flying!
I was about to say, don't tell me he's going to come down here, and the answer is nope. Why is he still there anyway? Like, I've passed through this area like a half dozen times. I've never seen a black ox beetle there. Also, I still don't see any pine trees, you know. Maybe it's off in the corner there? I don't know. Where would I find pine cones? Along in the area.
It's burning!
Probably would be prudent to see if I can find breakable ones. Like if I can maneuver into a cheesable position, then great. Looks like one of the breakable ones there. They just abandon everything and just get the heck out of here. That's one of the break ones, isn't it? Yeah. Should probably save that for like when there's daylight so I can see, and when I have more than half my health and have more than 0 healing items. I don't count the bandages as healing items. I mean, technically they're better than nothing, but this game gives you the obviously preferred choice of healing item of you know, cooked edible insects, and then it just super finicky about deciding whether or not you're going to get them. Ah, fine, I'll take you out. Where's the shield? Get the heckin' shield out! Why do you not have the shield out? Like, if you had the torch out instead of the shield, I mean, that would be one thing, but he just didn't have anything in hand. He just... I don't know, today is just... I don't know, Pete just really wants to throw away things he needs for no particular reason. Or put them away, not throw them away, but you know. In the moment, there's no functional difference. Anyway, where's the... Is this still connected to something? Because this is the one that I disconnected from the main hub, but maybe I can still use this. Where does this one go? I thought this was heading to the oak tree, but okay, whatever. Let's head over to the oak tree anyway. Drop off this burgle chip. Complete the quest. Get the 4,000. Draw science points. That's my last inventory slot? My armor took a real beating too. Ugh, there are mosquitoes all around here. The frick? isn't actually any point in fighting this guy, because I can't pick up whatever he drops. So my inventory is full. Oh, maybe not. Wait, why is my inventory full? It's full a second ago. And I suppose I used up the, right, is it... I used up the sap to make bandages, and then I put the crossbow away, which frees up an inventory slot. Hence 2 inventory slots free. Anyway, the marker I'm looking for isn't showing up here. There it is. The way they fade in and out, it frequently makes it awkward to find what I'm looking for. Okay, I heard you, Aphid. Where'd you go? Where's... I picked up a weevil on the way here, right? Was the inventory full and I didn't actually get it? It's all set to cook it up. Well, whatever. Let's just drop off this... Drop off the burgle chip and ask Burke about the dream. What's this little red thing here? Less max stamina, thirst. I think it's probably supposed to say hunger, not thirst. I don't know, it's weird. Whatever. Not that way. Where are you, Burgle? Here you are.
Good morning! How can I help you today?
Found an auxiliary ship.
Ah, more chips! Thank you!
4,000 raw science, woo.
Hand it over and let us see what I can remember. Much better! Check the ASL Terminal's Science Shop for the new recipes.
These are my
How
dreams.
can I be of assistance?
Is nothing further to say about the dreams?
How can I help you today?
Like, it was lit up like it was,
How can
there's
I
a
be of assistance?
like there's a new option, but then there's no option. So
How can I help you today? Please come again soon. I am extremely lonely.
Brutal. Okay, what did it road quest available? Kill 5 stink bugs? That should be doable. Yeah, I'll take that, sure. Like 10,000 science points. Or raw science points. Woodpile chip. What do I get? Wizard hat? The perfect hat to wear when pretending to be a magic singing wizard? What does wizard's defense mean? What does that mean? Requires 10 berry leather. Candy staffs? Okay. A frosty staff made of ice caps, fresh mints crafted by forbidden chemistry and arcane science. Mimics a short-range freezing spell found in minotaurs and myrmidons. Requires pine cones. All of these require pine cones, which I have not found yet. Other than that, these seem perfectly makeable.
Processing.
Pond moss. Another thing I've had to find. Black ox burger? Huh. Increases max health and damage resistance. Interesting. Termite delight. Busting harvest speed, chopping harvest speed. Hmm. 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 Lures. How well do those work? Could I lure the other termites away from the king? You know, divide and conquer kind of idea? I wonder. Hmm. Hmm. There is also, I don't remember which category it's in. One of these, yeah, decoy bait. One made from type of meat uses a distraction for larger predators. How large is larger? This should be easy enough to find.
I could really use some good grilling right about now.
Distraction. Wait, larger by larger predators? Do you mean the koi and the koi pond?
Have to keep things clean. There's experimentation to be done.
Or could it affect the termite king? I don't know. Yeah, I really have no idea. Well, in any case, I need to wrap this up again. Gulp. Set my respawn point here. Everything else I'll save for the next session. This has already gone on too long, all things considered. I mean, it's session's already been longer than longer than I should have made it. Longer than sort of longer than I expected it to be. Really. Oh well. Anyway, I suppose, is there anyone worth rating at the moment? I should probably just end this. I'll take a peek anyway, just out of matter of principle. Yeah. Yeah, I'll pass. I'll just. I think that's it for this session. And I mean, I guess I got some things accomplished. I mean, I got the hey, I got the Black Ox hammer. That's something. I got the I got rest. I got some supreme marble quartzite. Not that I can do anything with it. Found some stuff to analyze and level up with. What's next to do? Yeah, I didn't actually get over to the Java Panic. I do want to check out that area. Maybe see if I can properly deal with one of the wasps. Maybe get some more stuff from them. Yeah, I don't know. The Termite King might be the next big hurdle. I don't even know where to begin trying to take him on. If I could somehow isolate him, that would be something. but you know, since that's the termite nest, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. The thought crossed my mind of building some kind of barrier there, but like you can't build on that territory. Yeah, I don't know. Like all those termite workers, they just seem to freely come and go. Like even as I'm trying to fight them, and it's dark in there too, so like can't even see them properly. I don't know. I could. Hmm, I mean, I could try the lantern, like the lantern helmet, just so I can see while keep my hands free. I can use the shield for once. I never actually put that to use so far. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I could also just take a break from this altogether and try something else. I got other games lined up that I wanted to get to. Like I need to give some thought to what I'm gonna tackle next, or how I'm gonna tackle it before I try again. I don't know. I don't know. Think about it. That's all for me for now. Until next time.